Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Melissa Haole, and today's video is going to be a tutorial, but this one's exciting because if you're a member of my Facebook group, then I recently offered you guys the ability to purchase some nail sets from me in a mystery format, so you didn't know what they were. We called it a boo bundle because it was kind of near the end of October, and that particular nail set is what I'm using in today's video. So I know for me, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos out there, and many times, especially with makeup tutorials, I'm watching and I'm like, oh, I wish I had those products. So this way I figured if you guys wanted to get your hands on the product before the video, you could do that. So we did that, and I'm really excited to finally be able to film the video and showcase those nail sets for you guys. So if you are one of those people who purchased a boo bundle from me and you haven't opened it yet, I'm shocked if you have been able to hold back from opening it, but if you haven't, now's the time to go ahead and open up your kit to see what was inside. Now, if you're thinking, man, how did I miss out on that? Well, I've been thinking about this too, because a lot of you are also members of my Facebook group, and Facebook is such an easy format to communicate with you guys because basically you just post it in there and people see it. But with YouTube, it's a little more involved because there's creating video, editing, and all that stuff. So what I've been doing is at the end of this video, I'm going to be talking about some promotions that I have coming up. For instance, Black Friday is right around the corner, and I have something special planned for that. I want to make sure you guys, my YouTube subscribers, are aware, and also a way for you guys to connect with me so that I can email you information whenever we do have something that I want to make sure you're aware of, or if I just want to pamper my YouTube subscribers. So make sure you listen to the end of the video for all of that information, because I know some of you just want to jump right into the actual tutorial. Are you guys ready to find out what we've got going on today? Well, we're going to do a layer to look, and it's going to be with a glitter dip nail strip because you guys know me, I love my glitter, but if you don't want to use the glitter dips, you don't have to. You can do one or the other. I actually have the completed look already done. I've already filmed it, so I'm looking forward to editing it for you guys and getting that up there really quickly. So I'm trying to hide my nails right now, but let me show you guys the sets that we're going to be using. This one's called Aberdeen Aubergine. Will be Thanks a Million. Check out that glitter. Now, before we get started with the actual tutorial showing this look, I'm going to give you guys another tip because I always want to give you guys more information to help you guys out with your application. And in this particular case, we're going to be using that knowledge for this look. So if you just stay tuned with me for 1 minute, I'm going to show you another way for applying your color straight nail strips. And hopefully this will just open the doors for your creativity. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, so here is what our challenge is. We're gonna look at this sample right here. This one is called Nuclear Fusion. It's a glitter design from Color Street. And normally, if you've been using our products before, you know that the tops or the bottom, because it's dual-sided, is typically where you place at the base of your nail, so at that cuticle line. So for this particular design, you would typically see the purple right at the bottom. But you don't actually have to place your nail strips that way every time. In fact, you can get a little sloppy with it and move where you actually have that base of your nail strip starting. So what's also nice is for those of you that struggle with placing your nail strips, maybe you just don't have a very steady hand, you've had someone else doing it for you, give this a shot. You might find that you can do it yourself just using a little bit of a sloppier technique. So let me dive in, open this package up to show you guys exactly what I mean. So this is just a sample that Color Street gets. It's something that nail stylists have access to. You get 72 when you join in your starter kit. There's something that we can purchase later on. And it's our way of basically allowing people to try the product for the first time. Now, if you haven't tried it before, you guys know you can always ask me. I'm happy to mail out samples. Just go to my Facebook group or go to sample.sassygirlnails.com. So here's our nail strips. And again, normally when you place it, you would put the purple right at the bottom. But let's say we don't like purple. Maybe I really love this dark pink going into the fade of a lighter pink. So we're gonna change the way we place it. So first of all, I got to take off the cover. So with Color Straight, we always have that protective cover on top. What's being stubborn today? Here we go. And then we have the bottom. All right, so, and if you've watched any of my videos, I'm always saying, okay, as close to your nail as possible, but not on the skin, not on the skin. Well, guess what, ladies or gents? We're about to go right on the skin. So I'm going to make sure that where I want the dark pink to be at the bottom is where it's going to be on my nail. So where that cuticle line is. The rest is gonna actually overhang it. So here we go. Just putting it down, very sloppy. And then I'm just gonna smooth it out and go up the base. All right, so we have the nail strip on. It's obviously way over the skin and it's way over the top. Let's deal with the excess at the top first. So this is the same way as you normally would apply your color straight. I'm just gonna smooth it over, go over the side, and do you see how my nail is underneath it? That way it's actually hanging over the edge. I'm gonna go over that and grab it and just kind of pierce it with my nail to make it go over the nail. All right. But now we've got some issues on the side. We've got overhang, we've got issues at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my nail down, like smoothing it down until I find where my cuticle line is. So it's actually right here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually push my nail in and push the cuticle back. So think of it as if you were pushing your cuticles back. We're doing that same step, we just happen to have nail polish on top of it. So I'm just gonna bring my nail right to that line, that skin. I'm gonna push and back. And then I'm gonna find another section of it. And with my fingers, my nail right at that skin, I'm just gonna kind of push in and push it back. And that's how I'm breaking off the excess. So find your actual skin, push in and out. And then we're just gonna do it all the way around. So now I've broken the extra. I can remove it. See if I can do this so you can see. I'm just gonna remove that excess. See? Just trying to make sure my fingers aren't in the way so you guys can see. And then I have a little bit of overhang over here. So again, you do not want this to stay on the skin. You want this when it's curing, when it's fully drying, you want it to be off of all your skin. So at this point is when you can just kind of do your cleanup. So I know you perfectionists out there, this might drive you crazy to watch, but I'm hoping that you guys this will open the door for more creativity for you guys on how you place your color straight. Because you really can change or alter how the design looks based on where those colors play. So I'm just gonna use a cuticle stick to just remove the extra here that I have. So there, no purple. I have exactly the colors that I wanted. And what also is fun is you could do that just to make it different for your accent nail. So you could have used all of it the normal way with the purple at the base, and then maybe on one of them you chose not to do that. Let me show you one more example. This one is actually not going to be the right size for this nail, so it isn't going to fit both sides, but I'm going to show you how I can do it so that I can have the lightest shade at the bottom now. So just removing the cover and the backing. Actually, this side is a little bit wider, the side that has the tab, so I'm just going to remove the tab. And I'm going to place it really low. That's very low. So I'm just going to go back and forth and up. See, I don't actually have enough to cover this nail, but that's okay. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm actually going to be pulling these all off in a few seconds anyway. I always recommend you deal with the top first. Now, here we are back at the bottom. Let me just show you if I can get closer. Do you guys see right here? This right here is where my cuticle is. Do you see that? Kind of that bump. And so all I'm saying is that you take your nail and you just kind of push in and back like you're pushing back your cuticle. Now, if you don't happen to have long nails like me or nails that are actually extending past the free edge and you can't do that, you could do it with a nail file like this if you wanted to. You'd have to go in steps, like a little bit here, push, a little bit here, push, and just kind of keep going to do it. Or you could get one of those metal nail files, which would also be a wider footprint, so it'd be able to do it quicker. For me, I usually have some type of overhang on my nails, so I'm just going to find where the cuticle line is, kind of define it, then push in and push the cuticle back. And that's how I remove the excess. Super easy, very gentle. And then you just peel off the extra. All right, so I just wanted to quickly go through this exercise with you guys because we are gonna use this technique in the actual video, but it's a little bit more subtle in what I'm going to be doing. So I just wanted to make sure you guys had a good understanding before we jump into the actual video. So let me remove these from my nails and we'll get started with the actual tutorial. So we're going to start with our base color. So I'm going to move that one aside and open this guy up. So we're going to open this up. Oh, for tools that I have with me, my trusty tools that I always have in case I need them, is a wooden cuticle stick, a crystal nail file. I like these because you can file in both directions. If you are not using a crystal nail file and you are filing your naked nail, you want to make sure that you file in one direction. You can switch the direction, but when you're actually filing the nail, it has to go in one direction. Otherwise, it can make it so that the nail tip is jagged and that can lead to breaking. And then also, because we're going to be doing solids, I also really like these plastic cuticle pushers. Not sure if I'll need it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Right now my hands are a little cold, and I do feel that when my hands are cold or the temperature around me is cold, the nail strips sometimes aren't as flexible. So just be aware that temperature that you're in can affect them. And also, if it's winter time for you, I know right now where I am, where it's really cold out, I'm not going to be surprised if snow comes soon. Just if you're expecting a package in the mail, just make sure as soon as you get that on that day, because you'll be notified of when it's supposed to arrive, that you grab it out of your mailbox and kind of bring it in the house. And if you just took it inside, just wait a little while for it to come back to room temperature before applying your nail strip. All right, so with Color Street, you're brand new, you're going to get everything you need to do your nails on the go. You get a little nail file. These are always a different design. Aren't these super cute? You're going to get a prep pad. This is to clean your nail beds because you might have oils on your nails. And then you get your nail strips. And you're going to find when I open this up, there's actually 2 layers of this. So you get 8 strips per hand to help you with your sizing. So let's start off by cleaning the nail beds. All right, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can have a better look at what I'm doing. All right, so just go ahead and clean all your nails. This hand too. And then I actually do the pad of my fingers, since that is where I tend to hold the nail strips as well. All right, and we're going to start with our solid. I'm going to go ahead and open the package. And just look how pretty that color is. Oh, I love it. It's a little hard to see on the dark background. There you go. All right, so I'm going to put one aside, and then I'm going to start with my pinky. This one is my typical pinky finger. Again, you want to size it yourself, so you want to make sure when you're sizing it that it will cover both sides, because it's very easy to remove the excess from the sides, but it's harder to stretch them out if you need a little extra width. So I'm just going to remove the top cover, and then the base, and here we have our nail strip. Now you might notice that my pinky finger is a little shinier than the rest. I'm playing with a product that if it works out well, I will share with you guys later. But basically I had a broken nail, so I had a repair situation going on, and that's the reason why this one is a little bit shinier than the rest. But we'll talk about that hopefully in a future video. All right, so you just want to get the strip as close to your cuticle line as possible without going over onto the skin. And then if you like your placement, you just kind of want to make sure that it's going to reach both sides. If it's not, you might want to pick it back up and place it again. Okay, so I think that's going to reach both sides. And I'm just going to go back and forth at the base. And then I want to smooth it up the center and out the sides. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a tug. Do you see how there's some puckering going on the side, especially with solids? This is important. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tug to help give it some, to stretch out that pucker, and then go behind the line, behind the nail. Again, just kind of giving it a little bit of a tug on the side when I'm removing the excess. Then I just like to smooth it out. I think it's going to be easy for you guys to see on a lighter background with this dark background. So I'm going to actually put this underneath my towels. Just give me a second, guys. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, I think that's going to be much easier for you guys. All right, so now that I have that down, I'm just going to take my cuticle file and just make sure that it's all smoothed out if it isn't already. I love these things right here. And then I have a little bit of excess as well. I'm going to remove that. So I'm just going to take the file and kind of gently tuck the polish over to this back side of my nail, and that's how I'm going to remove the excess, because I don't want the tip to be exposed. Just going to do a little bit of cleanup because we are going to be layering something else on top of this. Normally what I would do if I'm just doing one is I would leave that for now, give it some time to cure, and then after I would go through and do any cleanup at the tip. But since we're going to be adding an overlay, I don't really want extra bulk at the tip of my nail. So, all right, next nail. So for me, I'm going to take away the top two. This is the one I use for my thumb, and this one's usually an extra that I might use on a big toe if I was going to do my pedicure with a full set. I like to use the next one over for my ring finger. So I'm just going to take the cover, take that off, take off the backing. Put it as close to your cuticle line as possible without going on the skin. And back and forth at the base and at the center. Just smooth it out. Give it a little tug. Puckers out on the sides. And in this case I have a little bit of excess on this side, so I'm just going to go in with my, well, I was going to use my thumb. I could actually go in using my thumb like this, which you already saw in the previous exercise, or you could also attack it with a wooden cuticle stick like this. So I'm just going to find where the skin meets the nail and just kind of give it a little push in there to help break the excess. Sorry, I'm kind of like in your way, huh? Let me see if that's helpful. So just kind of guiding that in there. And just remove the extra. Smooth it out if you need to. I think this one's actually pretty smooth already. And then I'm just going to trace the edge with a nail file to clean up any parts that need a little bit cleaning. Two down. All right, next strip. Because we're layering our look, I'm going to actually do my other hand separately. I'm just going to focus on the one hand for now. But just remember, depending on how you remove your excess, you can use that extra on another finger if you wanted to. Alright, so I've got the cover off. Now I'm taking off the backing and I'm going to bring it right to the cuticle line. Make sure my placement's good on both sides. Back and forth at the base, up the center, kind of giving it a little tug as you smooth it out, and then smoothing it out on the sides as well. Then to remove the excess, I like to give it a tug, go over the nail and then behind it. Give it a tug, over the nail and behind it. Just removing that excess that we have at the tip as well. Over and behind. Little tug, over and behind. And just smooth it on out. A little bubble here to smooth it out. All right, I'm gonna actually do the rest of my hands off camera. What do you guys think? Is this a pretty color? Would you wear this one by itself? If you're finding it's difficult with solids, especially with the smoothing part, again, a tool like this is great. But another trick for you guys is to actually double layer. So if you, for some reason, I don't know why, but if you just take a nail strip and you layer it on top of the other one, that can also help with your smoothing out issues. So if you're having issues with solids, try double layering or using clear as day, our clear top coat on top of it. Now, I absolutely love our glitter dips. I'm just going to open this up because of the fact that the new ones now are all transparent. So the glitter is the only part that has the polish. The rest is going to be see-through, so you can layer it on top of nails. And honestly, I think they look amazing on naked nails because the base is usually where it's going to be see-through. It means as it grows out, you're not going to see that growth at the bottom of your nail, so you'll get it for even a longer life if you want to. I tend to want to change my nails up every week, so that's not so much an issue for me, but I know some of you guys want your nail strips to last as long as possible. These are going to do it for you. All right, so I'm just going to start off with my pinky. And I'm just going to layer it over the normal way. Oh, let me zoom you guys in. Just take off the cover, take off the base. You guys know the drill. And I'm going to line it up. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. All right, I'm just going to go back and forth. Smooth it out. And for this technique, I know before I was showing you guys how I tend to go over the sides and pinch it, which allows me to keep the excess. In this technique, I'm going to show you a different way of doing it. This is going to be their quicker method for sure, and that's just using the pinch technique. So I'm just going to take it and pinch it at the top. So you're kind of tucking those sides in, giving it some tautness, and then I'm just going to go over the edge and use my finger to break the excess right there. I'm gonna let that cure, meaning wait about 30 minutes for that to fully dry, and then I will go around and just kind of clean up the tips with the nail file. But ooh, isn't that pretty? What do you guys think? All right, so in our exercise earlier, I showed you guys that you don't have to use, you don't have to place your nail strips exactly as is recommended. So in this case, we might decide that we want the heaviest part of the concentration of these glitters to be at the base, whereas in this case, they have it more at the tip. So if you want to do that, you can alternate where you place it. So let me show you, and you already saw me doing this earlier, so this shouldn't come to a surprise to anybody. Okay, so I'm going to take the cover and the backing. And now I'm going to get sloppy, which means I'm going to move. Can you guys see that? I'm going to move that clear all the way down in my skin and place it really low. Just make sure you have enough so that it covers the entire nail, the tip. And it's just a fun way to kind of get a different look, a different vibe. In this case, we're just doing it as more of an accent nail. Just changing where the glitter is. Now in this glitter dip, it is a little bit more scattered. You can see it definitely kind of scatters the glitter all the way down to the base. It's just smaller glitter flecks. I've seen other glitter dips where it's really clear at the bottom, not much glitter at all, and it's all concentrated in the middle. So you might see a different effect with one of those. So back and forth, I'm going to remove the excess. I'm just going to do that pinch technique again. And then over and under. Get rid of the extra. Now I'm in a bit of a conundrum because I've got nail polish that's still a little bit wet. It doesn't fully cure. I didn't really wait in between. So before I showed you how I would do it with my nail, but you can see I'm actually kind of carving into that tip already, which is not good. So I want to leave that alone. I need to be more delicate with my painted, dry painted nails. So I'm going to use a cuticle stick to carve away the extra. So I'm just going to basically find where the skin and the nail meet, give it a little pressure in there, and just push. So another way to do it. I wish I had one of those larger nail files, larger cuticle pushers for this, but I don't. So again, we make do with what we have. And I'm actually glad I was able to show this to you because if you already have your nails done, it's important that you know that you need to be delicate for it because it's still curing for that first 30 minutes. And I'm just removing the excess. Just lifting it right off the skin. You do not want to keep it on the skin. There we go. Oh, I'm loving it. See how it's got a nice subtle glitter? So pretty. All right, I'm gonna go through and do the rest of them. I'm just gonna do it the traditional way. I'm not gonna do a reverse on it. You can definitely see that it's definitely got more of a cluster of glitter at the base than this one does. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. All right, I'm gonna jump over and do the rest of my nails, and then I will be back to show you guys the big reveal. All right, so now that they're all done, I'm just gonna do some cleanup with my nail file, especially with like this one right here. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me bring you closer. See if we can zoom in. See all this extra stuff that's kind of removed some of the excess, but I didn't get it all. Now that it's had a chance to dry further along my nails. It's so funny to talk about a dry polish and say it's drying, but the top's dry. It's the underside that's tacky that needs to fully dry, and that's the 30 minutes rule. So anyway, I'm just gonna go through, and if I'm gonna use a nail file, what I like to do is find that excess, kind of bring it over the top and smooth it over, and then that's where I file on the other side. Trying to, again, make sure that that tip doesn't end up becoming exposed during this process. All right, and now the big reveal. What do you guys think? I love it. And this, you know, I wish I had, right now it's actually a rainy day outside. I don't have the ability to give you guys natural light, but man, the sparkle on this is just beautiful. I love it. And I just love this dark color. What do you guys think? Are you gonna recreate this look? If you're planning to recreate this look, let me know below. I would love to know. And also, if you guys are on Instagram and you happen to post pictures of your own nail fees, please tag me. I wanna see them. All right, well, while I have you here, I want to talk about some exciting things coming up. One is I know that many of you love this approach where you can purchase your nail strips as a surprise, knowing that that's going to be a feature in one of my upcoming videos. And I do have one planned that I'm going to be doing in January. So I want to make sure that you guys on YouTube know when these are happening and give you the option to jump in on them if you want to. So I'm setting up an email list. Yes, I know, email list. But this email list is going to only be for promotions that are going on that you might not be aware of. I know, for instance, last year, Color Street did their own promotion for Black Friday where they offered us 2 exclusive nail designs, but you could only purchase them that day. And I know that many people didn't realize it because it wasn't really something that you guys could find out from me here on YouTube. Now, if you were my Facebook follower, you could find it in there. But then again, with Facebook, even then, you don't always get notified of every post I put in the Facebook group. So that's why I'm bringing back the old school. We're going to kick it with some email campaigns. So if you'd like to be part of my YouTube subscriber list, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. If you can just go there, fill out the form and sign up, that would be great. Your list is not something I'm going to provide or share with anybody else, and it's only going to be used for giving you information on promotions, special promotions that are coming up either from me or from Color Street that you might be interested in. So make sure you do that, because what you'll want to do is be aware of my Black Friday promotion. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of the scoop there, but more information will be coming through email. So one of the things I like to do is I like to hoard my Color Street. Well, I don't really hoard the Color Street. I collect it and I put it in what I call the vault. All right, it's not a vault. It's really a makeup bag that Color Street gave me, but I call it the vault. And what you'll find in here are either nail sets that only stylists could earn, because they do that throughout the year. They give us opportunities to earn nail sets they don't actually sell to anybody else. Or they might be designs that were only available through a hostess credit, or maybe they were only available on a certain day. Or it could be designs that I just happen to love and know that people will want again, so I hoard a little. So this right here is my vault collection, and I'm going to be making these available for sale on Black Friday. Now, the full details will come to you through email, but what I'm thinking is it's going to be kind of like a buy 3, get 1 free. You get to choose one item from the vault, and then you can let me know what to order for you, things that are in stock from our site. Again, still trying to figure it all out, but I will have it out for you guys soon. So I thought, well, I have you here, why not show you some of the nail strips that I do have in the vault. So this one, oh, this is so pretty. It's a teal color. This one's called I Flip for Color. So you can see the duochrome action here. It's so pretty. We've got going bandanas. This one you could only get this year if you attended Color Street's conference. So this was the conference exclusive. All right, I know I have ladies in my Facebook group just waiting for this one. This one's called Crystal Gazing. It's also another kind of duotone. It's hard to see it in this light, but one of my VIP members recently posted a picture with this and a glitter overlay, and it's gorgeous. So I know I have a few people just waiting to get their hands on this one. All right, this one, I only received one, and you only got this if you went to the Color Street conference. This one is just a solid glow in the dark. It's called Glow Getter. All right, this one is beautiful. It's a glitter, it's purple. It's called Everyday I'm Sparkling. I cannot believe I haven't worn this one already. You guys don't even know the willpower it takes me to keep these in the vault for you guys. All right, well, I think that's enough of a sneak peek. There's more in here, but I'm not going to share them all with you today. You're going to have to make sure that you sign up for that email list so that I can send you a notification of all the details of the Black Friday sale. And there might be some other things coming up too, because we do have Small Business Saturday. We've got Cyber Monday. Man, I got to figure this out. So if you like this look, please let me know in the comments below. Again, make sure that you go ahead and fill out the form so that you can be part of my email list, so that I can make sure you're aware of all the greatness coming out from either myself or Color Street. You can also join me over in my Facebook group. There is a community tab here in YouTube, and I do sometimes post things, like when I hear of a launch, I will post them there, but I don't think many of you are actually seeing that, and that's again why I'm trying to come up with a better method for communicating to you guys when something is very time sensitive. So again, thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day. Bye!